Galapagos Islands. These islands are actually part of the country of Ecuador and are situated in the Pacific Ocean, about 1,000 kilometers west of South America. These islands erupted from the sea, forming on top of colliding tectonic plates, the life upon them brought there by the converging currents and winds that make the island such a special habitat for all types of unique animals. First, we have the tortoises. To understand the adaptations of tortoises, first we need to understand where they live and what they eat. On the large islands, there's an abundance of vegetation close to the ground where tortoises can easily access it. In the more southern islands, there are more scarce sources of food, and the tortoises must rise up to reach the juicy leaves at the top of the cactuses. There are two main shapes of tortoise among the variations, the domed tortoise and the saddleback tortoise. First, we are going to look at the domed tortoise. These tortoises do not need to lift their heads very high to feed as they graze on the ground, as their shells don't allow it. They have the advantage of being better protected against attacks from predators because they can draw their neck and head into their domed shells and block off their shell entrance with their front legs. Next we have the saddleback tortoise. These tortoises have shells that rise in the front, like a saddle. This adaptation makes it easier for them to lift their heads high to eat the succulent tree cactus that they like to eat. They also have long necks and behaviorally adapt by lifting up to reach the high and juicy leaves. Both of these tortoises are pretty similar, with the only main difference between them being their adaptations to help them feed at different heights, with the help of their shell shape. The shell's also what makes them most endangered. They're slow and unable to run away, so their biggest predator can hunt them. The Galapagos tortoise's biggest challenge is still human extinction. As early as the 17th century, Galapagos tortoises were killed by sailors for food. From the 17th century to the 19th century, as many as 200,000 of these tortoises were killed. Throughout the Galapagos, there are 150 unique species of spiders. We are going to look at just two of them, the spiny orb weaver and the giant crab spider. First, we have the spiny orb weaver. The spiny orb weaver's exoskeleton is flexible so that the spider can bend and move, and the abdomen is very large. It can be brightly coloured or patterned. Spiny orb weavers have spiny points on their abdomen and 4 pairs of legs. 3 spiny claws on each leg are used to grip threads of the web. Other claws help the spider to walk on hard surfaces.
Second is the giant crab spider. The giant crab spider has a long leg span which extends from the body at a 90-degree angle. It is able to climb vertical surfaces and, like other crab spider species, it moves sideways. Giant crab spiders wander in search of food and can run fairly quickly in order to overcome prey. These spiders are nocturnal and hide during the day. Their flattened abdomens allow them to fit in narrow cracks and crevices for rest and protection. The spider produces venom in order to kill its prey. Instead of spinning a web to catch small insects, it captures them directly. These spiders are often welcomed in buildings as they are natural insect catchers. Both of these spiders eat small insects as their main source of food. However, they have different methods of getting their food according to where they are originally from. While these spiders may not have really adapted from the Galapagos specifically, they have adapted to be able to hunt and protect themselves in different climates and environments, and this is shown through the wide variety of habitats available in the Galapagos Islands and the array of spiders species present there. Boobies are named after the Spanish word bobo, which means stupid. This is because of their clumsy nature. Their characterization is much simpler. The red and blue-footed boobies. These boobies live throughout the world. The blue-footed boobies living in the Galapagos Islands, the red-footed boobies living in subtropical regions of the Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans. These boobies have amazing adaptations that can change their bodies so that they can survive and reproduce for longer. First, we are going to look at the red-footed booby. Their structural adaptation includes extremely strong wings that can fly up to 150 kilometers to search for food. Their bodies have become smaller and in order to become more aerodynamic. Physiologically, they have adapted so that the females lay only 1 egg every 15 months so they can reproduce over 20 years of their life and build a strong population. Behaviorally, they close their nostrils and wrap their long wings around their bodies in order to become more adapted for diving. The blue-footed booby is structurally adapted to have blue feet. To a female blue-footed booby, blue feet are about the most attractive feature a male can have. So the bluer the feet get, the more ladies the bird gets. They get these blue feet through their unique diet of fish. Physiologically, they have air sacs between their skin, muscles, and in the skull, which inflate to function as shock absorbers. These cushion the impact of their dive, specifically protecting their brain from the enormous amount of pressure it endures. Behaviorally, they nest only at night, and when the day breaks, they go hunting for fish. They rest on the rocky coastline so that they can be protected from predators. These two types of booby are reasonably similar to look at, however they have adapted the way that they hunt, breed, and nest to suit each of their unique environments among the islands. These set of unique species have adapted to their environments on the Galapagos physiologically, structurally, and behaviorally in lots of different ways.